Hi there. Let's see. It says I'm being live streamed and I believe it. So, hello. I wasn't quite ready, but I hit the button. So, here we are. Um, and I'm just trying to get my bearings here. Good to see you. Hello on YouTube. Hello on Facebook. Say hi. I'm setting up things here, so I'm going to do a little painting. Got a little mushroom I'm working on. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for hanging out. You might have seen my mushroom mug that I finished painting. Finished those late last night. That was a super fun paint session. You can see the mushroom inside too, which is super fun. So I'm just going all mushroomy here, setting up for a mushroom painting session. So I'm glad you're hanging out with me. I'm getting things ready here. So say hello in the comments if you're there. Hello, everybody. Hanging out in the studio this evening. Hope you're here with me. Hey, Patsy Haywood Brooks, how's it going? All right, well, this thing is working after all. Good to see you here this evening, friends. I'm going to grab some paintbrushes right here. We're going to get into some fun. That sounds like a good plan. I got to sign in on one more device here so you can see what I'm painting. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It sure does. Here we go. I actually use my phone as my camera over my workspace. It works great. Since I've been teaching online for a long time, I've tried a lot of different things, trust me. Oh my goodness, the webcams and the document cameras and the this and the that and the everything. But I finally came back around to using my phone. Facebook. I know I'm on Facebook because somebody chimed in and said hi.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
The paintbrush or Carol Wade?
I think Joyful Paintbrush.
Okay.
I'm still trying to get all this worked out, y'all. So I'm using a streaming software here where I can be live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time because I have fans on both and I love both platforms. So trying to get it all. Hey, there's my other. That's really weird. There's three of me and we're in the same shirt. That is too odd. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to get my camera up here. We'll get going. On to the fun stuff. This meeting is being live streamed. It said it was. All right. We can start video, but you don't want to look at the ceiling. You want to look at my work table. It's far more interesting, trust me. Here we go. Hey, all right. Now the question is, can you see what I see? Can you see the mushroom in my painting stuff? Asking for a friend. Hey, it looks like you can there. Super awesome. How you doing this evening, Patsy? Hope you're doing good. I'm going to get a little bit larger brush for this background. So that's what we're doing first, as usual. You can see this paper plate I've used more than once. I like to use them up before I, turn them in. How does that old saying go? Use it up, wear it out, make do or do without. Something to that. It kind of reminds me of there's this new trend, kind of a new fashion trend. I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, but mending, fixing things. Like all of a sudden that's trendy. And even this thing called visible mending. It's been a thing in Japan for a long time, but it has just kind of started to catch on in the West. And it's where you make your mending rather obvious and sort of turn it into something beautiful like embroidery. So it's just kind of interesting to see that, being popular and kind of making a comeback in a way. It's cool. I'm going to make a really light green background here to begin with. And I mixed some green and some yellow and some white together. And I'll just kind of continue to mix it up and add little bits of each as I go to my brush. Just the first layer of many in this fun painting. Have you seen you have seen the mushroom painting. It's super fun. It's super cool. I'm going to start it tonight. I'm not doing this whole painting here tonight with you guys. I'm just going to get it kind of started, and I'll work on it more tomorrow probably. So maybe I'll pop on again and do a little bit more tomorrow. That sounds like a good plan. But what I really wanted to talk to you about is online paint parties. If you have paint partied with me before, you know how much fun it is. Oh my goodness, we have so much fun. I make it so easy for you. The whole painting bit, since I paint with you and I do pre-traced canvases, we do everything together step by step. So it just couldn't be easier or more funner. But sometimes we're restricted by time and distance, right? Like I have a lot of friends who like to paint who aren't even in this state. Tough to come to the paint party. But since we're all on the internet, hey, we can get together and paint party online. How about that? So the next paint party, online paint party that I have coming up is the Cool Mushroom. So you still have time to get in on that. And you may ask, how does an online paint party work? Well, it's a Zoom meeting, just like I'm live streaming here in Zoom. I have my camera so you can see my face, and I have my camera so you can see my work. And then when you join the Zoom room, you can also participate. It's really nice. It's a private Zoom room, so just people who have signed up for the class are there. It's not like we're live streaming like this. So we can take our time, get advice while we're painting. You can show your work, and I can see what's happening, and we can paint together. And it's really awesome online paint party. It is super fun. You can hang out at home in your PJs, have a little drinky poo, and you don't have to drive anywhere. I'm just saying. Online paint party, super fun. So I'm going to be painting this mushroom Wednesday. I almost said April. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. It's March. Wednesday, March 13th. We're going to be painting this cool mushroom together. So if you love this mushroom painting, love, love, love it, check out Online Paint Party. There's a link in the description of the video here to the square link. It's $10 to sign up for the online paint party. You get your own supplies, and I send you a supply list that tells you everything that you're going to need. I send you a tracer and show you how to get it on your canvas. So you'll pick up a canvas, you can trace it beforehand. You'll grab some paints, and then you'll need a couple of odds and ends like a paper plate or something to use for a palette, some brushes. If you don't have painting stuff at home and you really don't want to go shopping for that stuff, you can order one of my art kits. It has the pre-traced canvases, all the paints and the brushes, everything you're going to need in one kit. All you have to add is a cup of water. Yours is probably neater than mine. So the link for that is also in the description. Get those orders in by this weekend if you're thinking about online paint partying with me. It is super fun. And after we're done, I record it while we're paint partying. And after we're done, I share it as an unlisted video on YouTube. So that's one that's not available to the public. You can only watch it if you have the link. So it will still be semi-private for us. You can't discover it by searching on my channel or anything. You're only people who have the direct link can watch it. So you can go back and watch the paint party later. Like say, you know, you want to do the online paint party, but you just can't make it at that time. You can still sign up for the online paint party and watch the recording later at any time. Like say you're in a totally different time zone. Well, you know, that time that I picked may not work for you, but you can always watch the paint party later and paint along with us. So there's like the live version and the asynchronous version, both available for the online paint party too. You know, it's not as fun watching the recording. You can't chat and everything, but it's still there for you. You can still paint along, which is amazing. So yeah, online paint parties, ton of fun. Right, next we're going to do some red up top here. This red mushroom, Amanita muscaria, is the #1 mushroom that we think of when we think of mushrooms or cartoons. You know, this one gets all the attention. Its nickname is fly agaric. Flies really like it, but it's also poisonous. So people used to put this, they would take the cap of the mushroom off and turn it upside down so it was like a little bowl, and they would put them in their homes to trap flies because the flies would land on them and eat it, and then they would die. So yeah, it's crazy. Don't eat it. Oh no, I'm stuck and you can't see me. I hope that resolved. Hello, hello. And Joey Daviana said, there you are. I'm glad you found me. I hope I'm in the right place. I hope I'm where I'm supposed to be. That's always a good place to be, where you're supposed to be. So I'm going to fill this all in with red first, and it might take 2 coats. Red is pretty translucent as far as paint colors go. Frequently have to do 2 coats of that. So I'm probably just going to stay on for a few more minutes and hang out, do a little bit, maybe finish it up the stem of the paint of the, not the stem of the painting, the stem of the mushroom, and then sign off. And then tomorrow we can add some more fun details. I like this idea, like progressive painting. The only problem is if I just really get into it this evening and I feel like I want to finish it, oh well, we'll paint something else tomorrow, right? I want to paint these smaller caps red also, but not with that brush. So yeah, what do you think about online paint partying? I think it's super fun. Have you spent much time on Zoom? Are you familiar with it? It's a pretty easy platform to use. It's the platform that I use when I teach online classes to kids. We use Zoom, so I'm very familiar with that. I've been teaching on Zoom since 2020. That was the year I started on outschool.com, and I've been loving it. Been teaching over there ever since. I have mostly taught drawing and painting over there, but lately I have added some sewing classes, and that's been super fun. All right, did my whole background with that minty green. And I painted the caps, mushroom caps, red. Now I'm going to mix some yellow and white and do my stems here, mushroom stems. I don't think I want that bright yellow though. About a little brown. Tone it down a little. So yeah, cool mushroom is the next online paint party that I have coming up. But then I have a nice floral, the beachy bouquet. If you've seen that one, it's the hydrangeas with a little beachy accent. That's really fun. I also have a really nice anchor picture coming up. That's really cool. If you haven't seen that, that's a much more mushroomy color there with a little brown in it. There we go. Nice anchor coming up soon. Let's see what, oh, picked up a little red. I'll just mix it in there. No one will know. How will they know? My red was not dry yet, and boy, red can really take over. So I'm going to respect that red edge right there and not transgress. And since this mix has this mushroomy color has a lot of white in it, it's pretty good at covering up the lines here. Or even this little green, you know, when I go over a little green on the edge, it's pretty good at covering it up there too. So if you've painted with me before, you know, we usually do a bottom coat, a base coat, and then we come back and add lots of fun details. That's one fun thing about acrylics. That base coat is going to dry fairly quickly, and then we can come back in and add lots of fun details with some smaller brushes and however we want to do it. All right, speaking of smaller brushes, I'm picking up a smaller brush here, and I'm going to paint in these small mushroom stems. I think I need to mix a little more color here. Little yellow, little brown, some white. There we go, mushroom stem. Mushrooms are amazing. They come in all colors, all kinds of shapes, sizes, just amazing. Here we go. And we're going to come back and do some shading on those mushroom stems and the underside of the cap later. So just a first coat there. Check out those links I shared. Check out the Cool Mushroom Online Paint Party. Check out the Cool Mushroom Art Kit. Get it on those while you still can. We're going to be painting on the 13th. So if you've got all your supplies, you could register even up until the day of, and you'd be just fine with the tracer. If you want to get an art kit shipped, probably better order by this weekend so I can get it in the mail to you. All right. So thanks for stopping by. Leave me a comment so we can chat, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now. Let's see. I think we're Hey, Gary.